Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Boink Studios, and check us out on boinkstudios.com, where you can see all of our projects, past, present, and future. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy's show. Step off.
Hey, what is up? Welcome back to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this is Tom Clark's Main Event. We're back once again here on Facebook Live. Glad you are with us. We're also recording today. The show will post on YouTube and is always available on boinkstudios.com. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, and iHeartRadio. This is episode number 169, and yes, we're moving right along here on Facebook Live. We want to thank everyone for joining us here, of course, and for coming back each and every week. Much thanks to Heidi Ryan and the whole crew at Wrestling Rumors for giving us this platform. We do greatly appreciate it. So episode number 168 was WWE Super Showdown and AEW Revolution. We covered both events and gave our predictions as well, but then we took a week off, and now we're back. That's right, folks, we're moving right on. Big things next week. Big things today. Hope you guys are ready. This time the main event is WWE. Actually, this time the main event is WWE. What have we got for you today? Elimination Chamber. We've also got WrestleMania. We've got AEW Revolution and a whole lot of other stuff. Don't worry, the headline will be revised as we go on. So we're trying something a little bit different this time on the show. I know you guys can totally see it. I'm live and in living color, as it were. This time you got a whole lot more Tom than you're used to, so I got to get used to that stuff. But yes, as you can see, folks, we've got a menu happening. Pretty cool gig that we got going on here today. Hope you guys are enjoying this. As I said before, it's something new for me. But for all you very familiar fans, for you folks who have been tuning in for God knows how many weeks, we've been doing it here on Wrestling Rumors for 2 years, I think it's been. 2 years, I think? Something like that. Anyway, hope everybody out there is doing fantastic. We just want to do our thing here and see what you guys think. Hello in Germany. That's got to be Sandy from Germany, right? Sandy always tells us what part of the world he's in. Sandy is a regular here on the show for sure. So, yes, good to see you, man. Glad you are hanging out once again. What's everybody? Oh, Sandy said it looks awesome. Thank you very much, man. Kit Mason already talking about Orange Cassidy match with Pac. I'm pretty sure it's Pac. Some people are saying Pac. Don't call him Tupac because, you know, copyright, right? But yes, I'm not a huge Orange Cassidy fan. I don't hate the guy for what the reasons you might expect. I don't hate the guy at all. But yeah, he showed what he can do. If you've ever seen him work before, then you already know. You already know what he can do. So yeah, it was nothing was really a surprise. Good morning to you as well. Hope everyone out there is doing great. I'm seeing a lot of the regulars pop up. If this is your first time watching today, please let me know. That would be awesome. We thank you guys for tuning in as always. It is Neville. No, Sandy. It's Neville for WWE. It's not Neville. It's Pac. Trust me. Mark, what's going on? Hello, Christopher. Devil's Triangle. Yeah, man, I don't know how I feel about that. AEW's got a bunch of factions. As you guys know, if you never watched the show before, we always start with like a rumble here. And we get off up and running. So as you guys can see, yes, we're playing with the format. Your comments pop up on the screen, except you're not being identified. That's something we'll have to tweak. I can see you in the sidebar who you are, but I can't see you in the actual comments that pop up on the screen itself. So that'll be something we play with. We'll get it nailed. Yes, your boy's trying some different production today, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Yes, all the regulars tuning in. If you're just listening to the show and you never watch on Wrestling Rumors, man, you're missing a party. You got to come and hang out, dude, because like virtually every Friday, I say virtually every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we hang out here on Wrestling Rumors Facebook Live, and we talk about all kinds of pro wrestling stuff. If you see the remote, there's good reason for that. I got 2 TVs going. I got 2 laptops going because this is how I roll, man. It's what I do, okay? So, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. So let's go ahead and start this sucker off. How many of you want to talk about Elimination Chamber? None of you do. It's understandable. Elimination Chamber is, in one word, a mess. A mess. It's I don't really know what to say about this thing, man. It's not what anyone thought it would be. There's not even a men's elimination chamber match, like a single. There's tag team elimination chamber match. There's the women. The way it looks like right now, the women are going to headline, which I have no problem with that at all. But it's just the fact that this whole thing seems to be thrown together yet again. WWE is more focused on God knows what, and they're not as focused on. Here's the thing. In WWE's mind, like, they can do no wrong, right? So it doesn't really matter how they handle this or what they do or what they put on the card. They figure you're going to buy it. You've already got the network. You've already gone to watch. You're already going to talk about it and buy the merch. So who cares? But for somebody like me who's written about this stuff for almost 10 years and watches this stuff all the time, I kind of care what's on the card, right? So yeah. Why in the it's blanked out because I'm not cursing. We're PG here, baby. Why did Vince bury the Fiend? So listen, there's a couple of different mindsets on the word bury. First of all, I'm not a fan of it. In my opinion, you're not buried if you're on TV. Bray Wyatt is in no way, shape, or form buried. This guy was the champion, main event spots, all the backing and advertising and promo ability in the world, featured attraction all the time. Come on, man. You're buried if you're not on TV. I know that losing to Goldberg sucks. I know for a lot of you who don't like Bill too much, it sucks. I get it. But Bill did have to do a lot to put this guy down. But here's the thing. When you set someone up as nigh invulnerable, you Tick fans will get that reference. When you set someone up as nigh invulnerable, guess what happens? Eventually, that person's going to have to lose. He can only be indestructible for so long. Andre the Giant wasn't indestructible. Bray Wyatt should never have been pushed as hard as he was pushed, and every one of you knows it. So even though you're upset, every one of you guys out there know he never should have been put over like he was God Almighty wrapped in bulletproof armor. You can't do that, man. It's not sustainable. That's the point. It's not sustainable because he eventually has to lose. Then when he loses, everyone gets upset. People are upset because of the bill because he's invulnerable, but then they're upset at the end of the day because he lost. It's hard to have it both ways, man. I got to be honest with you. What's up, Craig? What's up, everybody? People still coming on board. Good morning to you, Belinda, as well. There's no easy answer to that question, by the way, man. There's just not. So, let's see. What else we got here? Yeah, throw that one up. Kip Mason. That's a good question. Yeah, excellent point. If anything, the Fiend was protected so he doesn't have to go against Roman at Mania and vice versa. I get it. The word protected, the word bury, all these things, people who are not, in behind the scenes of a pro wrestling company or in the business itself, we throw these words around. A lot of people throw these words around and don't really understand the definition. But, kid, I will agree with you there. If it's a matter of protection, and you want to protect Bray Wyatt, who do you have Bray Wyatt lose to? Bray Wyatt didn't lose to some guy. He didn't lose to some guy that just got there. He didn't lose to someone that's a rookie. Sorry, I didn't need the belt. Well, there you go. Thank you. Great point there, man. I didn't need the belt. Put it in a box. It did, for sure. Once you become the champion, to a lot of guys, that is a trophy. That is a reward. To a lot of other guys, it was like an albatross around his neck because now it becomes something that has to be part of his presentation, right? Bray Wyatt doesn't need a title. Bray Wyatt's never needed a title. Bray Wyatt doesn't need to win matches. And I know what everybody's going to say. Well, Tom, if you don't win matches, you're ineffective. I don't know, man. I get it to some degree, and I don't get it in other regards. I mean, you don't have to win all the time. Some gimmicks are not custom made. Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, was a gimmick that had to win. Number one, he's amazing. He's the greatest of all time. I don't care what you say. But did he need to win all the time? No, he didn't need to win all the time. Actually, I'm sorry. He didn't need to lose all the time. Let me rewind that. He needs to win. Nature Boy Ric Flair, that's the kind of gimmick he has, for sure. He needs to win. Some gimmicks are not engineered to have to win all the time. We'll get it right. Stay with me. I heard Shayna Baszler is getting the thumbs down from Vince and will lose Elimination Chamber. I mean, I hear a lot of things. Can I be honest with you? Don't believe everything you hear. Just because if she happens to lose, don't take that to heart. It doesn't mean anything. Here's the deal: if you get on Vince's bad side, he's going to go with whoever he wants to go with. And one thing we've learned about this guy over the years: if he decides he's out, he's out. He's out. And if he's out on you, then you're done. Okay. But rewind for a second. As far as the Bray Wyatt thing goes, no, I don't see him being buried at all. He didn't lose to some guy that just got there. He lost to Goldberg, Hall of Famer. Traveled the world, main evented around the world, been a bankable star, made a lot of money for the companies he's worked for and in this business. That's not a loss in my book. Do you think Cena will do the job for Wyatt at WrestleMania? Yeah, I do. I do. I just don't. I don't see him having to lose or having to win or needing to win. What's up, Claire in Manchester, United Kingdom? Claire is our viewer from the United Kingdom. Claire is more than likely on her way home from work right now. So Claire, drive safe. Everyone tell Claire to drive safe. Thank you for coming back. Why are they treating Ricochet like crap? How do you go from challenge for the belt to losing? Well, here's my simple answer for Ricochet. Ricochet has become nothing more than a plaything. Ricochet has become a little tinker toy, I guess you could say. And the fact is that when it comes to Ricochet, this guy has all the talent in the world. But let's call it for like it is. Ricochet is not a professional wrestler in the historical sense of the term. Is he a storyteller in the ring, or is he an acrobat? No disrespect to Rick here at all, man. I admire the guy's athleticism. I admire what he can do in the ring. But if it's a matter of, is he a storyteller or an acrobat, I lean more toward he's the acrobat. Doesn't mean I dislike him. Doesn't mean I hate him or Will Ospreay. I love Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay's become a storyteller. This is where two paths have diverged. And isn't it interesting? Isn't it funny? Isn't it bizarre? Actually, it's none of these things. Ospreay stayed in New Japan. His form has evolved. He has evolved, and now he's a storyteller. Ricochet goes to WWE, one-trick pony. Is there any wonder how that happened? Are you guys shocked? You shouldn't be shocked. You shouldn't be surprised at all, dude. Well, I'm not. And that's just how it is. Both paths have diverged. Will Ospreay is head and shoulders better than Ricochet at this point. Much better. The guy's discovered who he is. He's a storyteller. That's a big deal. Similar to Finn Balor, Ricochet needs to be in NXT. Ricochet hasn't succeeded on the main roster yet. He hasn't succeeded on the main roster yet. Finn did. Finn did, and then they didn't know what else to do with him, because that's what WWE does. They say, oh, look here, pal, it's fantastic. Let's push him to the moon. He gets to the moon, and then he falls back down to earth hard. Gravity takes hold, baby. That's what happened to Finn. Happy Street Profits won the title. Jeff, I love the Street Profits. I saw these guys live. They were working for, was it Evolve or PWX? I think it was Evolve. And, dude, they're tremendous. I saw them a couple times, actually. They're tremendous. And, by the way, they're very good separately. Montez Ford is a star. If you don't know that, now you know. Open your eyes. He's a star, man. He's fantastic. Both these guys together are just amazing. So, listen, we said we were leading off with Elimination Chamber. Let's get back on task. We've only got so much time. What do you got to do today, man? I'm busy. All right, so let's get to this. United States Champion Andrade, I know I'm not going to roll my R's, don't even ask me, versus Humberto Carrillo. That's how I'm saying it. Get over it. A lot of background here. They've done so much work to put these two guys over against each other, against other people. I love Humberto. I loved him before he ever got there. I think the thing with the pants is fun. It's cool. Tai Chi does it better in New Japan. I challenge you to tell me otherwise. He's not as charismatic as Humberto is, but that's neither here nor there. Tag match at Revolution was a classic. I think Hangman Page will be heavyweight champ. Yeah, I agree with that totally. They are grooming Page. Remember how when he lost to Jericho and everyone said, oh, well, that's it for Hangman Page. It's over. What did we say? We said, listen, you put him up there, then you bring him back down to earth. You work a little bit more with him. You reinflate him. You heat him up again. Once he's heated up to the point of being molten, championship match again. I think it's perfect. Any news on Jericho's new guy? Who are you talking about, Jericho's new guy? I'm not sure who you're talking about, Sean. Jericho's new guy. You talking about Jeff Cobb? Dude, if you don't know Jeff Cobb, allow me to introduce you to Jeff Cobb, the Hawaiian heavyweight. It's not really his nickname, but that's what I'm calling him. The dude is tremendous. I've seen Cobb wrestle, and I'm going to be honest with you. Check it. All right, so if you're impressed by Cobb on TV, check this out. I wasn't impressed by Cobb. I saw him live, and I changed my tune. The guy's tremendous. You got to see him live. If you get a chance to see Jeff Cobb live, you better take it because he's fantastic. Strong as an ox. Shut up. Dude grabs you for a suplex on the second rope. He did this in Ring of Honor. Swear to God I was there. He stood on the second rope. And on the second rope, he squats and stands back up on the second rope. Shut up. Who does that? Jeff Cobb does that. He's amazing. Who's going to be Jake Snake's client? I think it'll be Lance Archer. Could be Luke Harper. Wouldn't it be something if it was both of them? What if they were a tag team? Shut up. Are you kidding me? Amazing. That would be something else to watch, man. We think of Cody's new tattoo. I think it's Cody's neck. He can do whatever he pleases. I'm not doing it. See this? I am tattooless. You got one tattoo, guess what you got? ID for the police. I'm not having it. If I decide to go on a tear one day and knock off a liquor store or try to, rob a bank, I don't need any kind of identifying marks. Really. I'm going to be famous from Facebook. What's up? But other than that, I can wear a hood. I can disguise the voice. I'm good at characters. It's all good. AEW's women's division still needs to get better. From your lips to the ears of God, my friend. Let me tell you that right now. Yeah, they need a lot of work. They need more work than what God can do for them, for sure. Let's move right along. The Raw Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits. Someone just mentioned them. What's up? Versus Seth Rollins and Murphy, the as of yet unnamed Seth Rollins tribe. Just call it Rollins Band. Again, copyright infringement. Can't do that, right? Just call them the Disciples of Apocalypse. Oops, already done that. I don't know. I don't care. I love Seth, and I love AOP. Do I love Seth and AOP every day of my life for 6 months straight? Not so much. Not so much. Nothing that they've done wrong. If you're told you're going to be on TV every day for 6 months straight, are you going to say, no, I don't think. No, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. Don't be silly. So we'll see what happens in this match. Am I pumped up for it? I can't say that. Hangman Page is today's Scott Hall. Let me reflect on that. Is he today's Scott Hall? In terms of work, is that what you're talking about? In terms of character, in terms of what he can do in the ring? I'm not going to dispute any of that. Scott Hall was an excellent worker, man. He really was. Let's hope that Hangman Page doesn't have any of Scott Hall's bad habits. The drinking stuff, that's for TV. Fingers crossed it's for TV. Darby Allin is a superstar in the making. And I'm going to try to find your full comment here so I don't miss what you're saying to me. You hear the wind? It's crazy. It's Kid again. Kid's nailing it today, by the way. Darby Allin is a superstar in the making. It's crazy. Last year I first seen him on special on the Vice Network, and now this kid is killing AEW. I saw the same special, and I had not seen Darby Allin live. Darby Allin weighs 80 pounds, soaking wet with a brick in his pocket. I'm not a real fan of that. Do I have a problem with the 240-pound guy selling for him? Yeah. Am I the age I am, none of your business, and too old school? Yeah. Do I need to change the way I think about the business to fit 2020? Debatable. I can't argue when a kid's over. He's over. What can I say about that? Yes, Jeff Cobb is amazing. I just saw a comment about Brian Cage maybe being Jake's guy. They need some more big guys. We'll see if they go after him. I've seen Jeff Cobb in Ring of Honor in Detroit. Yeah, man, Jeff Cobb is fantastic. No doubt about it. Jeff Cobb is a beast. This is the Jeff Cobb Show. Welcome to the Jeff Cobb Show. Jeff Cobb's main event, baby. Yeah, we'll have him on the show one day. Wouldn't it be cool to have him on the show? I've interviewed Ring of Honor guys before, man. That'd be cool. Now he's AEW, right? He still did a shot in Ring of Honor over the weekend. It was the show that he was already booked on. So yeah, Aleister Black versus AJ Styles, no DQ match. Don't know how much you care about this. They're setting up Styles versus Undertaker because basically both guys need something to do at WrestleMania. That's the bottom line. Matt Hardy and AEW. Yes, Matt Hardy reportedly is heading to AEW. That's the rumor, the scuttlebutt in the locker room, if you will, is that Matthew Hardy is indeed heading to AEW because the Young Bucks showed up on that video he did. Oh, the Bucks of Youth. I knew you'd come. I love Matt. I don't know how you could not like me. If you don't like Matt Hardy, something's wrong with you. You need to get some help because Matt Hardy is tremendous. Such a good mind for this business. I'll just call it for what it is. What else we got here? SmackDown Tag Team Championship Elimination Match. It's a lot to read, okay? Do you know what I'm doing for you right now? I'm saving you so much work, dude. You got Robert Roode, Dolph Ziggler versus Otis and Tucker. You've got the Lucha guys. What do they call Lucha House Party? There it is. You've got the Usos. You've got John Morrison and The Miz. And you've got New Day, right? Let me preface the comments on this and anything. Now, I always get asked, who keeps asking me about Kelly Klein? It's the same one every week. It's always Christopher, I think. Christopher, thank you for that, because guys know I love me some Kelly. I would love to see Kelly in AEW. They need Kelly Klein in AEW. I've said that for months, dude. I've got nothing new on her. Let's hope that she's doing well. Is WWE Draft coming up? Let's hope not. Because it's 2 words, hot garbage. That's right. 2 words, baby. Hot garbage. What else have I got for you? Nothing. That's it. So, yeah, let me preface the Elimination Chamber tag team match comments with this comment. And it's everything on Elimination Chamber, WWE related. Are you ready? I hold no ill will against the performers in the ring. If I bash them, very good. Hot garbage. If I bash it, is that cool or what? I told you we were stepping our game up here, baby. Guess what? If you're just listening, you're missing out. I hold no ill will toward any of the performers on the card in WWE, AEW, New Japan, Ring of Honor, even Impact. And Impact's hard to watch. Anyway, anytime, if I bash a match, if I bash the booking, let me tell you something, folks. I don't bash anybody in the ring. I won't do that. Don't ask me to do it. I'm not doing it. I may not like them as a talent. I'll tell you that. I don't care for their work. It doesn't mean I hate them. It just means that they're not my cup of tea. So no, let me preface the tag team comments with that, and then I'll say, I don't really care about this match. But if the New Day and the Usos are involved, they're going to tear it. Can you hear this? The Wicked Witch just went by on her bicycle. You guys miss it. It's crazy. I'm going to be out of here soon. I'm going to have some red shoes on and clink them together and stuff. Crazy. So, yes. If the Usos and the New Day are involved, it's going to be good. I just showed the back of my head. That's, yeah. You guys have never seen the back of my head, have you? You don't want to look up there. It's a train wreck. Actually, it's not bad. I got friends who have much more of a train wreck than I have. You know who you are. So, don't let the bloody New Day... Oh! This is what happens if you try to minimize too quick. Don't let the bloody New Day win again. Not a fan of the New Day winning. That's funny. New Day do tend to win quite a bit. But if you're the New Day, you're pretty happy about that, right? For sure. Wilf, what's up, Wilf? Wilf is a regular. Talking about Colt Cabana. I love Colt Cabana. I've always loved Colt Cabana. Colt Cabana is a joke wrestler, but he's not a joke of a wrestler. Oh, that's a good one, baby. Write that down. There you go. I'm always giving you gems to use here, man. No reason for Ms. Morrison to lose. I agree with you. 100%. They do not need to lose at all. I don't think it's necessary. So, yeah, I believe that they will come out on top. Then we got the Intercontinental Championship. Braun Strowman versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Cesaro and Sami Zayn. 3-1 handicap match. This match is happening because, man, we need these 4 guys something to do. That's how the booking meeting went. I was there. I heard it. There was 47 riders, and Vince going, "What now, pal?" And some schmuck with a tie and cricket glasses said, "I have an idea, Mr. McMahon." He goes, "I love it." None of those things happened. But if they did, would you be surprised? I don't know why this match is happening. Braun is a hero 1 minute and a 0 the next minute. God, I'm nailing them today, baby. You should be taking notes. This is how you do a show. Forget the fact that I flubbed my lines at the beginning. We're past that. We're moving on. See there? There you go. I love Braun. Is WWE behind him this time? Giving the monster push of a lifetime? Don't put your money on it. Don't bet the house on it, folks. You'll lose, okay? Every time they tease this, they don't deliver. Why? Because it's WWE and they like to screw with you, okay? If they could have anything on the tombstone of WWE or on the company mantra, WWE, we like to screw with you. That's what they do. So there you go. Let's see. Ms. Morrison need to retain. I totally agree on that. 100%. Let's see. Jen's back. What's up, Jen? Jen shows up and says, "What it do?" You know what? I'm not hip enough. I love that. Jen, I may just steal that from you. Everyone act like Jen didn't say that, and from now on just attribute it to me that I made it up. Jen, I'm done with you. Get out. I'm just kidding. Don't get out. That's mean. I'm just saying. I'm just playing. Relax. Orton and Beth. Oh, man. So, yeah, we got to finish up Elimination Chamber in a second. But listen, Orton, oh, my God. So, listen, you're Beth Phoenix. You're a Hall of Famer. You're an accomplished female wrestler. You're an accomplished wrestler, period, former champion. You stood in the ring and cried like a regular woman who's never been in a fight in her life. And you put yourself in harm's way in front of Randy Orton in an open ring, knowing that Randy Orton's in the locker room. So, is Beth Phoenix the victim or an idiot? Beth Phoenix, in storyline terms, is a blithering moron, folks. And by the way, she took no one down to the ring to help her. No one. Security didn't come out. The boys in the back who don't believe a woman should get beat up didn't come out to help her. No one came out to help her. Who's the idiot now? Is Orton the bad guy or is Beth an idiot? I have spoken. All you Mandalorian fans out there, you know what I'm talking about. Had to save AEW's Women's Division sign. Tessa, Kelly Klein. Wow, that's a faux pas, isn't it? Kelly, she saved the day. That's a joke. And Kelly Klein, Tony Storm. The part about Tessa, you lost me. All due respect, again, I said before about bashing the booking and bashing shows doesn't mean I bash the talent. I'm not bashing Tessa. I have serious questions regarding Tessa's motivations and ability to divide a locker room. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think it's necessary to sign Tessa Blanchard. Ask yourself this. If Tessa were the star that a lot of people believe that she is, if she was the groundbreaking pro wrestler that a lot of people say that she is, why is she still not in WWE? Do you think Vince McMahon, a little thing like an AEW contract or an Impact contract, get in his way? No chance. No chance. You know, it's Vince McMahon. If he wants you bad enough, by God, he'll get you. Why is she not there yet? When you got the match of a lifetime of Charlotte versus Tessa, Horseman versus Horseman, are you serious? You know why she's not there? You tell me. I think there's a reason why she's not there. If you didn't see that RKO coming, you didn't watch Yeah, you don't. Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. And also on top of that, how does Beth Phoenix not see it coming? You know Randy Orton, your husband is his best friend, or was. So yeah, I think it. Listen, Randy did fantastic. I take nothing away from Randy. Beth did fantastic. I take nothing away from Beth. But it's hard for me to believe that no one at some point during the meeting with the 47 riders and the Vince McMahon saying, "Do it, pal," and all this stuff, at some point, Beth didn't sheepishly raise her hand and go, "But would I do this? Would my character really stand there and cry?" The fact that he mentioned her kids' names over and over and over and over and over and over again, she didn't at one point say, "Get my kids' names out of your mouth." And her head do like this, because when all women get upset and challenged, they do this. White, black, it doesn't matter. They all do this. I live with one. I should know. Okay? Petey Williams should get royalties when everyone uses a Canadian Destroyer. My God, if he did, Petey Williams could retire a billionaire. You hear me? And by the way, everyone that kicks out of a Canadian Destroyer should be fired. I said it. Come at me. Canadian Destroyer is a finisher. If you kick out, you should have your pro wrestling card pulled. You're out of my locker room. Get out. Do not kick out. Ladies and gentlemen, see what happened? See what happened? You set me off. Do not kick out of the Canadian Destroyer. If you're going to, don't do the Canadian Destroyer. It's that simple. My God in heaven. I like Thunder Rosa. I like her in the NWA. I think the NWA is the perfect spot for her. I think that in time she could be something big on a bigger platform, but I dig her right now. She's a great worker, by the way. She's very talented. Let's get to this Elimination Chamber main event, then we can jump around and talk about the next subject, actually. The Women's Elimination Chamber match. The winner faces the Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. Dude, I don't know. I'm looking at the picture, and I see Natalya, Liv Morgan, Shayna Baszler, Asuka, Ruby Riott, and Sarah Logan. Let me just put it to you this way. Anyone that beats Asuka in a fair match should consider themselves very lucky. Natalya's very good. Asuka's very, very good. Okay? No disrespect to Ruby or anyone else in this match. These women are going to... You know what they're going to do? Even if you don't like the personalities, even if you don't like where this is going, even if you don't like that Baszler's probably evidently going to be the clear favorite to win, you know what they're going to do? They're going to kill it. They're going to kill it. Okay? Because at the end of the day, the 47 riders and the Vince McMahon with a "you got it, pal" and all that garbage, hot garbage, none of that stuff means anything. You want to know why? It's up to the men and women in the ring to pull it out, to get in there and show themselves and show what they can do. That's what these women are going to kill it. They're going to kill it. Wait and see. It's going to be tremendous. It'll be match of the night. They'll be talking about that match the next day. It won't matter how it ends. That's my prediction for you. They're going to be talking about this match the next day. We will be. We'll be talking about it next week. What are you doing next Friday? I'm going to be here. What are you doing? Come back and talk. We'll talk about it then. You'll say, "My God, Tom, you're amazing. Bravo, Tom. You killed it." There you go. I know how to call this stuff, man. I know what I'm doing. Come on. Give me a break here. Everyone say it's going to be Shayna. Yeah, it's going to be Shayna. Elvis Martinez with the best name in the room, as always. You know, man, dude, if your name is Elvis Martinez, life is there at your feet, man. That's a great name, dude. We're not going to talk about Jake Roberts' hair. Listen, I'm not one to cast aspersions on someone's haircut. But since we're talking about it, let's go there. I have no idea what Jake is thinking with the haircut. Like, it was fine. Even the hair coloring is fine. I get that. I'm older. I get it. But he's got it shaved on one side. By the way, promo of a lifetime from Jake Roberts. If you didn't see that promo, do yourself a favor, go watch it. Don't watch it now, you're watching me. Watch it after the show. Dude, you have got to see this promo. Jake Roberts I keep saying the words killed it. Maybe that'll become a catchphrase too. Jake Roberts know what it do. Get it? There it is. He killed it, man. He absolutely, dude. And I had my fingers crossed because I like Jake. Even through all the stuff that he's done to himself over the years and done at shows and put himself in harm's way and all this other stuff. Dude, at the same time, I got to be honest with you. I love the guy. I do. I can't help it. Call it old-fashioned, watching him as a kid and loved his work. I don't know. I want the best for him, and I'm glad he nailed it out of the park. He hit it out of the park, man. He nailed it for sure. Charlotte's, what's she doing in Elimination Chamber? Dude, I don't know. So here's the thing. Someone brought this up yesterday on a podcast I was listening to. The top stars of AEW, top stars of AEW will not be Elimination Chamber. Breaking news. Top stars of WWE. See, I bragged earlier, and that's what I get for being braggadocious. Yes? So that's where I get. Someone just said I was killing it. No, Matthew Plummer, thank you, Matthew, said I'm amazing. Well, I've been called a lot worse. So there you go. Tested AEW. I don't know, man. I guess. We'll see. Yeah, Jake's promo was awesome, for sure. I just had a weird notification pop up. Something about the system. That was odd. Never can tell. It could be a ghost in the machine, man. Well, there's your Elimination Chamber card. We just ran down the whole thing. What's your thoughts? That's right. You don't have any. Because no one's talking about it. You guys know, you guys get that the whole time we've been on the show live today on the air, you guys have barely talked about Elimination Chamber. That's how pumped up that you're not for this show. By the way, if you're watching this show for the very first time, please make your presence known. I see a lot of names I recognize, and we appreciate our regulars. Thank you for tuning in as always. But if you're here for the first time, please speak up, and I will give you a shout out. Let's see. Sandy in Germany. Hello, Sandy in Germany. Talking about Sheamus at WrestleMania. Let's see, EC3 to NXT to join the Robert Stone brand. Maybe. Already been there. I don't know, man. There again, he never succeeded on the main roster. Let's see, who else is showing up today? Orlando Clack is here. What's up, Orlando? Mark is a regular. Thanks for hanging out. Victor's showing up, HVW. What's up, Orlando? What's up, brother? So, Victor, thank you, Victor, for giving HVW a shout-out every time you show up. If I may, just for a moment, shameless plug time. High Velocity Wrestling is the pro wrestling company that I am directly involved with. I'm the social media director for HVW. We ran another great live event this past Saturday night, HVW First Strike, live at the HVW Arena, Fletcher, North Carolina. And it was fantastic. Our next big event is March 28th, Overdrive. By the way, First Strike is on the YouTube and on the Facebook. Why don't you just go watch it? It's great. I really loved it. I had a lot of fun. And Overdrive is going to be fun as well, so you got to go check it out, man. Thank you to everybody who, by the way, has liked the HVW page. If you're not like the HVW page, please do so. We do very much appreciate it. Let's see, Tom been trying to throw some praise your way. HVW was a tremendous show. Robbie says, thanks for letting those who couldn't attend see it. It was jam-packed from start to finish. And 2 words for you, Pixie Sticks. That's great. That's great. I know what you're thinking. What's he talking about, Pixie Sticks? You want to find out? Go watch the show. I'm not telling you. There you go. Yes, John Moxley, do it. Who said that? That was awesome. Segue, folks. So here we go. Revolution, AEW Revolution, took place when? The same night that HVW took place. So guess what? I didn't get to watch it live. I kind of had my hands full. I was doing this. I was on commentary. I was a little bit in the show. I'm behind the scenes. I am the, there's a term for that, the handyman. It's not the right term. I'm hands-on. Is that better? I don't know. I wear many different hats in that company. But AEW Revolution, let's get to it, shall we? We got to talk about this show. I have watched this show multiple times already. If I told you it was the greatest event I've ever seen, that would be a lie. It's not the greatest event I've ever seen. But at the same time, it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Some of the matches on this card were just A+, top-notch, as we like to say. Where are we? Let's see. I'm trying to get you some results here, man. La 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 la. Here we go. AEW Revolution. And for some reason I got... Oh, there we are. I said it, didn't I? Doofus. That's what happens, man. You got a lot going on, right? All right, so let's go in order of this sucker. The Dark Order, Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, come by Alex Reynolds, John Silver, and the Minions versus SoCal Uncensored. This was kind of I don't want to say a mess. It was a good match. I will say this for the Dark Order. They've come a long way since they started. Yes, AEW Revolution was good. I agree. They've come a long way since this thing started. And I think not only has the in-ring work gotten better, if I can give props to these guys, but also AEW had an idea. They had a vision. They stuck with it. You got to respect that. Is it going to get over like gangbusters like the NWO? I don't know. But we'll see where it goes from here, man. I'm anxious to see where it takes it. Of course, they bring out Christopher Daniels. And the Dark Order's claiming like they didn't know what's going on. So the Exalted One is coming soon. A lot of people believe it's going to be Matt Hardy. I personally think it'll be Luke Harper. You keep Luke Harper in the same vein as Bray Wyatt, like an evil mastermind behind the scenes. I would love that. I think Lance Archer should be with Jake Roberts, and Matt Hardy shows up as an X Factor doing whatever Matt Hardy wants to do because he's broken. Remember, kids, he's broken. Let's see. The Natural Dustin Rhodes against the Big Hurt Jake Hager. That was the first match. I didn't love the match, but I didn't hate the match. I thought both guys did a tremendous amount of work. I thought that Hager looked good. I don't care much for the standing finisher, if I'm being honest. Could Revolution be AEW's annual? No, Revolution is not AEW's annual mania. I would say that's probably All In, right? Because that was their first one. But I could be wrong about that. I don't know how they'll view it. I think maybe the company can put forth whatever narrative they want, but it'll be the fans that decide which event they like the most, I believe. I never discuss MLW. Can I be honest? Who said I never discuss MLW? Who said that? Who said that? I'll find you. Trust me, I'll find you. Where are you? Listen, whoever said I don't discuss MLW, you are completely right. And there's not a reason. Orange Cassidy, right? Yeah, I've talked about him a little bit already. Okay, so listen, you're right when you say I don't, and here's the reason, okay? I like MLW. I enjoy watching it. The honest to God reason, I've not had a lot of time. That's the truth. And I promise you this, I will catch up on MLW before next Friday. I promise you that. I have no disrespect or anything against MLW. I enjoy that brand. I really do. And I want to go back to watching again. Thank you, Ashley, for pointing that out to me. I do appreciate that. Sandy said CM Punk. If there's one guy that's going to bring CM Punk's name up, it's going to be Sandy in Germany. So, yeah. Do you think Hangman's going to turn on Omega? How about Omega turns on Hangman? I think that would make... I don't think say make more sense, but I think that would be kind of cool. Don't you? Thoughts of JBL in the Hall of Fame? See Hangman pay. Ken Omega vs. Young Bucks was great. Yes, it was. We're going to get there. We'll get there. Hold tight. I worked for JBL for a very short time online. He had a blog called the Layfield Report. Yours truly was the second writer he hired. I was there from the duration of the start of the blog to the finish when he had to take it home. He ended the website. I personally, now again, this is little Tom in North Carolina, who's not going to have a physical interaction with John. He offered me tickets to a Raw one time, but he admitted to me that the seats were not very good. And I actually had already bought seats that were better. But John was very cool to work with. I never had a problem with him. I will not throw John Layfield under the bus because I don't personally know him. If I go off everything that's said about a pro wrestler from other pro wrestlers, you probably won't like anybody that you watch. Maybe John is a complete jerk and it's the scum of the earth, but I don't know that. Is it deserved to go in the Hall of Fame? Does anyone deserve to go in the Hall of Fame? Dude, I don't know. It's like we've said before multiple times. For multiple times now, man. This is Vince McMahon's Hall of Fame. It's not the real deal. I'm just telling you like it is. So back to the show real quick. Hager did beat Dustin Rhodes. Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin. Top-notch match. Let's see. Jake Hager rescued Sammy, pulled him out of harm's way before any damage could be inflicted. So that was... by the way, I'm on AEW's website right now because my memory sucks sometimes, to be honest with you. Darby did win with the coffin drop. It was a tremendous match. I thought both guys gave everything they had. They're killing themselves. I've been worried for Darby Allin since the moment he showed up on my TV because I don't want anything bad to happen to this kid. And guess what? He doesn't care. Listen to his interview with Jericho on Jericho's podcast. He doesn't care, dude. He's perfectly fine with something happening to him. I'm not making that up. I'm telling it like it is. I don't want anything bad to happen to him. Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson versus Kenny Omega and Adam Page, and what many people are calling the match of the year so far. It was a fantastic tag team match, but if you're asking me, you can go see the show tonight, see Bobby and a Boogie Woogie Man. Is it worth going? Is it worth going? Is it worth going? Is it? So I was involved in a pro wrestling company 20 years ago. We had Jimmy Valiant up all the time. Boogie came up a lot. We all called him Boogie. That's how we knew him. So Boogie came up all the time. Boogie was an old hippie then. He's an even older hippie now. Eats all health food. He always had trail mix in his hands. The guy did drugs all through the 80s. If you try to ask Boogie what happened through the 80s, he won't know how to answer. And I was warned that ahead of time. I was told, Tom, he can talk about 70s and 90s and even the 2000s. He cannot remember the 80s because he was... I won't tell you what he did, but he was drugged up all through the 80s, dude. He's lucky he's still here. The guy's a health nut. He takes care of his body. That's why he's still here, folks. He takes care of himself now. Got a great wife. They're very happy. He's got a pro wrestling school in Virginia, which I've been to. He's a great guy. You got to go see this show. If nothing else, to shake the man's hand, get autographed. And Bobby Eaton, tag team special, the best of all time. Are you kidding? Go to the show. Are you kidding? Of course you should. Oh, from South Africa, I'd like to see a triple threat match between Undertaker, The Fiend, and who else did you hit me with? Mateus Sambo. Is that your name? Listen, that's a great name, man. I'm not playing here either. I dig that name. I always say, I'm Tom Clark. I'm Tom Clark, and that's the way it is. I don't hate my name, but it's not Mateus Sambo. Dude, that's a great name. By the way, thank you for watching. I don't think you've ever watched before. Thank you so much for hanging out. Like to see a triple threat between The Undertaker, The Fiend, the Black, and I missed your third one. If you had a third one, it didn't come through. Hit me with that and tell me who it was. Yeah, thank you for joining, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Austin Theory is awesome. Listen, on another podcast, I'm not going to tell you who, yesterday, they're not really giving Theory much props. That's a shame. Theory's very good. I've seen him live. That kid can flat out go, dude. That's the truth. All right, let's wrap this revolution up. I said the Americans, 1776. I'm just kidding. They didn't say that. After months of tension, it was time for MJF, accompanied by Wardlow, against the Nightmare Cody, American Nightmare Cody. So, yes. Well, first, let's not forget the Women's Championship match. Yawn. Let me just say this. Chris Statlander versus Nyla Rose. I will not bash either woman. People talking about this match it was boring. I'm not going to lie. Does that mean I bash them? Not at all. Boy, they gave maximum effort. For what they could do against each other, I thought they did fine. I'm serious. If they were here, I'd shake their hands and tell them I thought you did everything you could in that match. Did it go over as you wanted it to? Probably not. But there'll be other times, and I think Nyla Rose is very good, by the way. I still say that Nyla Rose is what WWE wished Nia Jax could have been, and she never came close, my opinion. But no, I didn't love the match, but I thought both women gave everything they had. Then you had Cody, of course, versus MJF. MJF pulled the ring out of his trunks. Bam. Took Cody down. It was a really good match. You had Pac versus Orange Cassidy. A great way to come off of MJF versus Cody. Cassidy did show us all something. But Pac in the end got the brutalizer on him and took him out. Then the main event, Jon Moxley. I'm not going to do it. Moxley versus Chris Jericho. Folks, let me tell you something about Jericho. We may not be live right now. I think my camera's off. Well, for folks, for you still listening at home, the main event's still going, baby. There's nothing wrong with your audio feed. Trust me. The man you just heard in the background is Nathan Workman, good friend, and also been a big asset to me as well as the pro wrestling community at large with his work with HVW. So, yes, you're getting it behind the scenes. As they say, folks, if it's live, it's not a mistake, okay? So we are attempting to get ourselves back up and running here on the video feed, so we'll see what happens next. In the meantime, hope you guys are enjoying the show. I got to remind you that, yes, you're listening to it today. You can subscribe on iTunes, Google Play. Absolutely, man. I do appreciate you hanging out as always. And I've got people commenting, darkness has overtaken the line. You have to be a Dave Chappelle fan to know that reference. So it's good stuff. But yes, again, folks, thank you for listening. I encourage you to check out highvelocitywrestling.com. I do a ton of work with that company and behind the scenes and doing my thing. So yes, nothing ventured, nothing gained, as it were, when it comes to the new format here on the show. We're back. Did you guys stick around? I'm so sorry that I disappeared for a scoosh. We're going to try to get everything back up here and running. My apologies, folks. Hope you're enjoying the show. My face is all covered up by the hey right here.
We got it fixed.
There we go. I was trying to tweak the camera, so we'll... Oh, there we are. This podcast brought to you by Deer Park. Actually, wouldn't that be cool? Hey, I'm looking for sponsors, you people, you good people at Deer Park. I enjoy your product. I drink it all the time. In fact, it's all I drink. Drink water, kids. It's good for you. Welcome back to the show. Sorry for the darkness there. I have no idea if you heard anything I was saying. I assure you I put all of you over, and we had a blast when you weren't here. So, yes. Elvis Martinez says Cody fell on hard times on Saturday. Nice twist of words there, Elvis. But you know what, Elvis? I'll allow it because your name is fantastic. So there you go. Jeff was singing some Simon & Garfunkel to us there. That was pretty cool. Hello, darkness, my old friend. So that was AEW Revolution, man. Yes, we had the AEW World Championship. Did change hands. Jon Moxley, the Death Rider, as he's called in New Japan. Love that name. And I'm getting the new shirt with the skull and barbed wire on. If any of you people want to buy it for me, I will set that up. I'm totally kidding. The last time I said that, I had 2-3 people pop up on instant messenger saying, dude, I'll get it for you. Totally. I'm playing. Okay. These are just jokes, kids. So yes, I'm going to pick up that shirt. I freaking love it. I can't wait to wear it on my person. I would get it from my son, but it's got like a skull and barbed wire and blood and stuff. And he's 11. That may not fly with school too much. So there you go. All right, folks. I thought we could chat a bit about WrestleMania. And see if you guys had any kind of WrestleMania input that you'd like to give. Why are you pronouncing the T in WrestleMania? Because it's fun. And right now, WrestleMania is not looking so much fun. WWE Champion Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre. NXT Women's Champion Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair. Universal Champion Goldberg versus Roman Reigns. And John Cena versus The Fiend Bray Wyatt. On paper, these matches look good. On paper, these matches look great. In real life, in the real world, not so much. We'll see. We assume that AJ Styles versus Undertaker will show up. I got one for you. What if AJ's in a tag team with the OC against Aleister Black and Undertaker? I mean, wouldn't that be a mix right there? And it's a shame that Foley's still not in great shape. Well, he's never been in great shape. But I mean, if he were in good shape, can you imagine? Foley, Undertaker, and Aleister Black against AJ and the OC? Wow, that'd be something else, wouldn't it, kids? That'd be fun. So let's see. Austin going to be a special ref and Goldberg match at Mania. Is that what the rumor is going around right now? I wouldn't be surprised. But let me tell you guys something. The last time Austin was a special ref in the Goldberg match, we didn't see Goldberg again for like 10 years. So maybe it's not. It wasn't 10 years. It was 8 years. I think it was something like that. Yeah. Was it 10 or 8? God, I don't remember. And no matter how you look at it, it was a heck of a long time. So maybe it's not the best idea to have that happen. I don't know, dude. We'll see. Let's see, Taker and Black, a new era ministry. Who else would fit? I don't know, man. The idea of rehashing or recycling old gimmicks and concepts, I'm not the best with that. I'm not loving it that much at all, if I'm being straight with you. I like the idea of moving forward. So we'll see what happens. There's your short WrestleMania card as it stands right now. Well, we'll see how it goes. I'm sure there'll be many more matches added. And WrestleMania, yes, folks, instead of splitting it up into 2 days as Wrestle Kingdom did, which was fantastic, WrestleMania, of course, will always be in the same day. And yes, it will be 9.5 hours. So that's without pre-show. So button up, folks, and bring your lunch and the Deer Park water. I swear to God, I'll get a sponsorship before it's over. So, yeah, bring everything you got, man, because I'll be honest with you. It's a long deal. But, you know, the pro wrestling fan in me is perfectly fine when someone just says CM Punk at Mania. Maybe. At least it's not John Cena versus Elias. From your lips to the ears of God, my friend. For the pro wrestling fan in me, am I mad at like 12.5 days of WrestleMania in one day? No. Honestly, no. You want to know why? Because I love the spectacle of WrestleMania. I'm not going to lie. I do. I love the spectacle of Wrestle Kingdom. I do. It's the truth. If Revolution, if AEW had something this major, I would love the spectacle of that too, I'm sure. But, dude, I got to be honest with you, man. When you have to sit there and sit through it, man, I've covered more than my fair share of WrestleManias in the past. And, man, I mean, I got to get up and get a snack, dude. Like, it's a long haul. You know what I'm saying? I can't imagine. I've never been to one live. That's the goal one day, is to get to WrestleMania. Someone just said, so not excited for WrestleMania. The build-up has not been tremendous. Sheamus win the IC champ. Is this the one that keeps talking about Sheamus to win the IC championship? Because I think we've had one guy saying that. By the way, Shane, I'm sorry I've not addressed you by name, my man. Thank you so much for hanging out as always. Shane says WrestleMania will be a snooze fest. Hard to argue that, man. There's not much going on here, dude. For sure. Elvis says Austin should be special ref on the Randy and Edge match. Randy could RKO Austin, the Legend Killer Randy Orton. But why would you want to drag Austin into that? I don't know. Could set up Rock versus Roman. People are obsessed with The Rock taking on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I don't really even know why. I guess because they're cousins and it's mi familia. I'm mixing heritages here. You see what I just did? I'm all inclusive. So I don't know how I feel about that. I love Austin to death. Austin has had 101 chances to get in there and make an impact again. Austin has moved on with his life, folks. I hate to break it to you. Austin's moved on. He'll come back and do something. Maybe it'll be something huge. That'll be fun. But is Austin going to get laid out? You'd be crazy. Because Austin needs to get payback. You don't lay out Steve Austin. If that's the plan and leave him laying, don't do it, Steve. Stay away. WrestleMania should be in Europe for once. They've talked about that. Have they teased that before? Maybe Wembley Stadium or something? They've talked about that possibility. It's like saying the Super Bowl should be held in Europe. I don't know, dude. I don't know how I feel about that. It'd be something different, right? For sure. Mateus Sambo, I'm acknowledging you again, my friend. CM Punk and Kevin Owens, two wrestlers who really can change the complexion of WWE to take on the two disciples of Monday Night Messiah and the OP. Mateus, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. In 2020 though, is that what we want? Is that where we want to go with this? I don't know. I think you could have Punk there possibly and Austin there, and both have massive impacts without lacing up the boots again. I'm just saying. We'll see. Shane says, wrestling fan, I am tired of WWE burying talent. Example, Ruby Riott should be great in AEW. But let me tell you something, Shane. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I will say this about AEW. Every time we talk about someone going to AEW and someone being bigger and better and badder and all this other stuff, let me remind you guys of something. AEW is this big. Okay? WWE is this big. Okay? In the grand scheme of things, AEW only has so much room. It only has one show right now. However, they did announce with the new TNT deal there's going to be a second show. Now, they've not announced what that second show is going to be. In my opinion, you make Dynamite as absolute best as you can and then talk about a second show a year from now. Okay? But if they were to build this roster up to it being swelling with talent, then maybe a second show is required. I'd be perfectly fine with that, dude. But AEW is only so big. If you fill that company full of talent, some of the homegrown AEW talent that you love right now may not have a lot of time left. Let's think about that, dude. They'll have Mania in Saudi Arabia before they do Europe. Wow. Can I just be honest with you? Yeah, you're probably right. Aman, hello in India, Aman. Aman, have you watched the show before? As you guys know, listening and watching both today, wherever you are on the planet, I'm a sucker for other countries. Distance is a very complex thing to me. And I don't know why I love that. I mark out for it, as the kids say. So yes, thank you very much for watching. We're going crazy long here today, man. Let's go ahead and get, we talked about AEW like crazy. We'll just mix that in with the viewer's choice part of the show today. Before we take it home today, is there anything that you guys want to talk about that maybe we haven't covered? Is there anything that you want to say, any questions, anything you guys want to do? Please, by all means, hit me with it, man. I'm here for you. Give me something. Give me something. By the way, we're getting all kinds of reactions to HVW's posts. Again, thank you for that, folks. I do appreciate it. Actually, very much. Sandy wants WrestleMania in Germany. Sandy, I swear to God, you rep your country like no one I've ever seen, dude. Kudos to you, my friend. Man, you rep your country like a madman. That's awesome. Very cool. Hey, nothing wrong with that at all, dude. Larry says, any plans for Undertaker at WrestleMania? They have him on. Yes, for sure. He's going to wrestle AJ. Either singles or tag. I think they set it up perfectly. The Phenomenal One versus the Phenom. I said that 5 years ago if I said it once. Yeah, so there you go. Orton versus Edge. Yes, Orton will be facing Edge for sure. Christian turns on Edge. But they've done the Christian versus... Yeah, I mean, they could, I guess. But they've done that before. I've got a thing about running and rehashing the same old gimmicks. Recycle does not mean reward. Recycle does not equal reward. That's a good one. Write that one down, kids. It's not always the best thing in the world. In a company who should have so many original ideas, it's insane. They don't have a lot of original ideas. It's crazy, actually. Danny's telling me hello. Danny, tell me you didn't just show up after an hour, bro. Where you been? Kiss says, shout out to Orange Cassidy, young man, up-and-coming wrestler on the indie scene on the East Coast. Well, he's more than up and coming, dude. He's on national television. You know that, right? So, I would say Orange Cassidy has made it. MJF bringing back kayfabe. The death of kayfabe is something that I personally will never get over. And I know what you're saying. Tom, you wouldn't be a pro wrestling writer if not for the death of kayfabe. Maybe you're right, because it was a close-knit society which very few men and women could actually break into. And had it not, the curtain not been pulled back, guys like myself wouldn't exist. You wouldn't be watching this show and asking me questions about what goes on behind the scenes. However, as a person that is in this business right now as we speak, I do miss kayfabe. I do wish it would come back. And I love MJF. I applaud this guy. He's fantastic. He's fantastic. I got nothing but good things to say about him. Mark says, I just want everybody out there to keep healthy and stay safe with everything going on. Yes, the coronavirus is wiping out the planet, folks. I'm kidding, and I'm not trying to make light of it. I don't know enough about it to have an opinion at this point. But yes, to everyone out there who's dealing with it or possibly could be dealing with it, please stay safe. Stay healthy. I've got some viewers that watch in Australia, and I don't know that I've seen them. And if I haven't seen you or acknowledged you, please forgive me for that. But I don't know if the situation in Australia is still happening with the wildfires and then we're dealing with flooding. All the best to you and yours. Hope everyone out there is doing the best they can to deal with it. Why is Christian not in the Hall of Fame? Why wouldn't he be in the Hall of Fame? Isn't Christian in the Hall of Fame? Am I crazy? Maybe he's not in the Hall of Fame. Maybe you're right. I could have sworn he was. It's hard for me to keep it straight anymore. Cindy Lawson in Tennessee. Well, Cindy, not everyone's perfect. I'm just kidding. Relax. I'm in North Carolina, so I'm right here beside of you. Hope you're doing great. Thanks for watching the show. See? Got to consume the sponsor's beverage. They're not a sponsor. I'm going to work on that. Don't laugh at me. It's the truth. So yes, I'll do what I can. Or do you have to, is it okay to go to sponsors and beg for sponsorship? Because, man, that's where I'm about at with this show. Just give me some money and watch me beef this thing up to heights you've never seen before. Tom Clark with a great thing behind him. And not that you don't have cool stuff. I got the Black Lightning poster. If you don't enjoy the DCCW, you're not have nothing to say to each other. So, yeah, I've got Hendrix above him setting his guitar on fire. I've got the Dream in the background. I got pop vinyls back there. I got a wall of DVDs that no one watches anymore because we're all digital. This is how we roll. Hey, listen, man, we've been going for well over an hour. Okay, it's an hour and 5 minutes. Shoot me. We did get started a little late, so technically it's an hour right now, yes? So listen, I think that's what I got for you right now, man. Listen, I got to thank everybody out there for watching. And by the way, we're still at 66 viewers right now. Most of the time when we wrap the show up, we're down to 40. That tells me something. That tells me you got nothing else to do today. I'm kidding. It better not be the only thing it tells me. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for always giving me the time of day. We do appreciate it. And for all of you folks who are listening and not watching, man, are you missing out. So one more before we go. Hiya, Tom Clark from West Virginia. Is Vince getting rid of Ricochet? I think in Vince's mind, Ricochet's been dead and buried for a long time. I'm kidding. I don't know about that at all. Joshua is in Australia. Joshua, you're my Australia man. Hope you're safe out there. Everybody be well. How long will Hayden be out of action in HVW? Right now, the prognosis is 10 months. Thank you for asking. That's the prognosis is 10 months. It's a long time, almost a year, man. So all the best to her. She doesn't like me very much, but, I mean, I get it. So it's okay. All right, folks, that's all we got for you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hot garbage abounds here on the main event. I didn't do it too much today. I'll hit you with it next time. Don't want to disappoint any of you. Listen, thanks for hanging out, man. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing and downloading. Thank you for following High Velocity Wrestling. Please continue to do so. I'm the guy putting all the stuff up. Tell me what you think all the time. That's all I got for you, man. I'm getting out of here. We'll see you next time on Tom Clark's Main Event.